Hi everybody, it's Organic Galaxia. Thank you for being with me today as we do some more tarot. So my goodness, it's been a very busy few days, and I am thrilled that Kamala Harris has been chosen to be Biden's vice presidential pick. I agree, she's probably the best choice, and I envy her position a little because, everybody knows that the vice president's job is to go on the attack, right? While the president takes the high road and lays out the vision. And so her job until election day is to attack Trump. And oh, what a job that's going to be, huh? I can imagine she's going to have, I don't want to say fun there, but he's got a lot of material. He's got a lot of material to work with. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Kamala's going to say about Trump and Pence, and everyone's looking forward to that Harris-Pence debate, as I am. But really looking forward to Trump and Biden. But anyways, Harris was selected, and I'd like to know what the next few months are going to look like. What is the Biden-Harris campaign going to be going through the next couple of months until November when we vote? So yes, Biden-Harris until election day. Biden-Harris until election day. We've got a few months. That's a long stretch ahead of us. Biden-Harris election day. There's going to be a lot of attacks, right? A lot of fighting. Hopefully some debates. Biden-Harris election day. Spirit, please let us all know what we need to know about election day. All right. Let's bring it down and put my glasses on. Okay. The Biden-Harris ticket. Started out, what represents them is a huge decision to be made. And I think that was the formation of the ticket, right? Biden's big decision. Biden had a huge decision. Who was going to be on that ticket with him? He chose Kamala. So I feel like this is them. This big decision, it's been made. What's crossing them? The Four of Pentacles. So what's crossing them is some financial insecurity, potentially some greed. Now, it's on the news that Kamala brought in, 48 million in 48 hours. That's record setting. So, and Biden already, mentioned her fundraising ability. So, but again, this is going to go through November. So I would look, I think what might be crossing them are funds. It's always money, right? Money, money, money. Being careful with their money, being tight-fisted with money. And they need to look to not be overly concerned that they don't spend it wisely or don't spend it in the right way or don't spend it. They need to spend it to get their campaign going. So yeah, it's no surprise money's always in the mix, right? What's overshadowing this whole, overarching the Biden-Harris ticket is the High Priestess. The High Priestess. So those are secrets. The secret keeper. So the High Priestess is a very wise and spiritual, mystical person who holds the secrets of light and dark. So I think what's really overshadowing the Biden-Harris ticket up through November is all the secrets that are going to be coming out, right? Obviously about the current president, the current administration. Secrets are coming out, oh my God, every day. Every day it seems like there's something going on. So this is going to be a constant throughout the next few months for them. Secrets revealed, information revealed, dirty laundry aired, so to speak. Secrets. What's underlying the Biden-Harris ticket? The moon. The moon. So this is illusion and deceit. It's also, you know, in this case, this is underlying the Biden-Harris ticket. I think this is going to be that intuition, that shadow work. Delving into the dark, finding those lies, wading through that illusion, and using your intuition, right? So I think that intuition, that shadow work is really what's underlying this campaign until November. All right. So what we just went through is the world. The world. So that is the ending of one cycle and the beginning of another. But yet I always see this as a positive. It's a positive and something that the world is watching that affects the entire world. And I certainly think that that's the case. We now know who the Democratic ticket is. And for many of us, you know, we're just gonna say now we know who the next administration is going to be. These next few months are the closing of one cycle, Trump cycle, and the beginning of the Biden-Harris administration. So yes, we're definitely have just ended. We're in the process of ending and beginning a whole new era. What are we moving into? Oh, Seven of Swords. Somebody's going to try to get away with something. The thief in the camp. So, you know, it's easy to say, oh, this is Trump, right? He's trying to get away with it. Totally. This is all about Trump trying to get away with this, trying to get away with that, trying to get away with ruining the post office, trying to get away with suppressing votes, trying to get away with what other what other kind of bank fraud, insurance fraud, whatnot, what have you. But you know, there's something that's wanting me to come back to the Biden-Harris campaign, and I hope that they don't have a little mole in their campaign, in their staff that might do some undermining. So they probably should try and keep an eye out to make sure that there's not a traitor in their camp. So how does the situation see itself? How does the ticket see itself? The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. They're coming to the rescue, right? They're coming to the rescue to rescue America. This is not the fastest moving knight. It's walking its pace. In other words, you know, we've got to wait, right? We've got to wait for the election. Then we've got to wait until January for them to take office. We've got to wait through all these processes and steps. But they are on the way. They're on the way with their cup of love and healing, okay? What may come, the environment that this ticket is sitting in right now is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is their environment. I feel like this is their donors, right? This is their donors. This is their financial support, and they're not just financial, but they're just a source of all the kind of support that you need, right? Whether it's emotional and mental, and it's just all of it all together. You know, it's a foundational support, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Hopes and fears. Page of Sword. So what would their hopes and fears be? Spy in the camp. Spy in the camp. You know, it's interesting how this is a warning to look out for this very card, the spy in the camp. Otherwise, you know, this can certainly be just any news that might negatively impact their campaign. So any sort of, You know, and of course the attacks, right? The lies, the attacks, she's holding that sword ready to do some cutting, right? The cuts and the pain that's going to come just from being in this battle with Trump until November. And the outcome, King of Swords. The outcome is the King of Swords. So this would be the authority. Go back up here. So the King of Swords, you know, is that authority figure who, this is the investigator, the one who's going to be looking under the rocks, right? This is the investigator. So I guess what I'm getting at is the outcome is there's going to be some investigations. Now, an election doesn't necessarily portend investigations, but, you know, maybe they need to find out something about the spy in the camp, or maybe there's some news about wrongdoing, but by election day, it's not like, ooh, election day is done. Nope, I think we already know, right? There's all kinds of investigations that are going and going and going. These are the investigators, so I would look for some news for that around election day in November. So it looks like the next couple of months might hold a little intrigue for Biden and Harris. They might want to keep an eye on their campaign staff, make sure everybody's on the up and up, make sure that, you know, they're spending their money wisely, but yet they are spending it to good effect to get themselves elected. And whatever happens come November, we're not done, right? We're not done. Even when January rolls around, we're not going to be done. All right, so I just want to take a quick look since Harris is the nominee. You know, the post office, I'm going to take a look at the post office and what's going on there. Was it LaJoy, the new postmaster general that Trump installed that is up to all kinds of shenanigans, removing sorting machinery, slowing down the mail, changing first-class mail to bulk mail, just, you know, throwing a wrench in it, just already breaking those gears, right? So the system breaks down. Good goodness. So I want to take a look at LaJoy and his role as Postmaster General. What do we need to know about the new Postmaster General and how he's overseeing the post office? Now, Spirit, please show me the post office under their new postmaster. Please show me the post office under their new postmaster. Okay. Just want to give it a little cut. These back on. So, the post office under a new postmaster. You know, their current state of being here, Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. So, they've had some success. I'm going to say the post office has had success. You know, they're very well respected. They've been a part of our nation forever, right? They have been doing their job well, but now everything's under review. You know, this is like you reap what you sow. So they've been sowing. What are they reaping now? And as far as this new postmaster goes, what is he growing? What is he creating with the post office? Everyone's stopped. Everyone's looking at what's been done. Everyone's reviewing it. So this isn't a case of, oh, everyone at the post office just blindly following along what this guy's doing. No. They're taking a look. Hey, what's going on? What are these changes that are taking place? Let's review them. Let's look at them. Everything that he's doing is being looked at and reviewed. The energies that are in challenge is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. So it's challenging the new postmaster, and the running of this new post office is all the news that's coming out about the attacks that he's doing, right? The removal of the machines, the slowing down the mail, the bulk rate changing. We're hearing stories about people at the post office trying to just maybe using FedEx or mailing it anyway, right? All the stories, those little tidbits is undermining this new postmaster general of the post office. All right, let's bring it down. What is overarching this reading is the Three of Cups. Three of Cups, which is a celebration. So right now, what is going to be over this whole entire situation is that we've got a new ticket, right? We've got Biden-Harris ticket. We've got what a lot of people are assuming are going to be the new administration. Keeping a watch, this is happening. So there's a new ticket. There's a new ticket that they're going to be subjected to being under. What is underlying the postmaster and his post office? Temperance. Temperance. So this is moderation. You know, I'm feeling this is a very low-key, quiet, underhanded, moderate, not too flashy, not calling a bunch of notice way that this postmaster is going about the dismantling of the post office. He's not throwing bombs, right? I mean, it might feel like that, but, like this removing of the machines, how long was that going on before we found out about it? Slowing down the mail, how long had that been going on before we found out about it? This is a very methodical approach to this dismantling. The energy we just passed through is the Emperor. The Emperor. So this is Trump and his demands to thwart the post office, have the post office basically ruin mail-in voting. So this is telling me that this is obviously at his request. His energy is what this situation has been coming from. But where we're going is that Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. So this is someone who's going to be looking closely at the money, who's going to be looking closely at, I'm going to say, the underlying ethical issues that are going on here. This is someone who, this is a noble, this is a noble eye towards the shenanigans that have been going on at the post office. So oversight, I guess, is where I'm going with this. This is the oversight that's coming. This is the questions. What are you doing? Where's the money going? Who's paying what? What's going on? So how does this postmaster see himself here? Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. So this postmaster believes that he's got the power. He's got the power to wield, his rules, his policies, whatever he's doing over there. He feels empowered. He's feeling good about himself right now. He's got the permission and the request directly from the Emperor to go about his business. He's got the full authority and power behind him to wield that destruction. In the environment, yes, we are all feeling betrayed. We're feeling attacked. You know, we're feeling anxiety. We're feeling like this is going to be the end for the post office. This is going to be an attack on mail-in voting. This is, you know, all the anxiety that this terrible behavior is leading to for all of us. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. So the Four of Swords. So for the postmaster, I think the fear here is retreat. That he's going to be made to stop what he's doing. That he's going to be taken down. He's going to be taken down and stopped. So he doesn't, he must, there must be a reason this postmaster is so willing to go along with this dismantling. So that's his fears, that he'll be stopped in doing that. And the outcome, Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. So this is legacy and hard work and production. So I think that the outcome is that the post office is going to be able to get back to its work, to get back to their profession, to get back to their skill, and hopefully that this won't tarnish the legacy of the post office or will prevent them from moving forward in their service to the country. But this tells me that no, they will not be stopped. This post office will continue with their work. They are just going to be chugging along, delivering mail like they always do. Now I want to pull a clarifier card on that because I'm curious. So yes, they'll be chugging along doing their mail, be in the post office, but are they going to be delayed? Are they going to, what's happening with the mail-in ballots? You know, are they going to be, does that mean they're going to be delivering those ballots? They're going to be delivering, are all those ballots going to be delivered and where they need to go? No problems? So I'm getting the Queen of Wands and the Three of Wands. Queen of Wands and the Three of Wands. So generally I would say yes, the Queen of Wands, she's going to make sure that action is taken, that right action is taken. And with the Three of Wands, though, that's, there might be a wait. There might be a wait. So there could be some delays. There could be some delays. You know, intuitively when I ask, oh, are these ballots just going to be mailed out and received with no problems? Ooh, I'm going to say no. No. Unfortunately, I think that there is going to be some success. That between Trump and that postmaster, there's going to be some trouble. I think we're going to find out that some ballots are going to get lost, some ballots are going to get misplaced, people are not going to have received them, or, you know, when they send them back, maybe they don't get counted on time. You know, I think, look, this is what I'm feeling, that yes, there's going to be a lot of problems, but let's ask, can you show me, Spirit, please show me the ballots. This 2020 presidential election, mail-in ballots, mail-in ballots, mail-in ballots. How are they going to go? How is the mail-in ballot process going to occur? How's that going to look? How's the mail-in, Spirit, the mail-in ballot process? What's that going to look like? mail-in ballot process going to look like? Huh. The Emperor. So Trump is set. He is set on causing some trouble. What's crossing him? Two of Wands. Someone can see the plans, and are making plans on their own. So there's some planning, some strategizing that is going on that's going to be challenging Trump's efforts to undermine mail-in balloting. What's over the situation? What's known? Six of Cups. Six of Cups. So this is the past. This is nostalgia for the good old days. People do not want the post office to change, okay? We want the same old post office we've always had. Sorry about my nails, you guys. I'll do them. But we want the same old post office we've always had, right? When we look back at post office been around for hundreds of, couple hundred years, delivering our mail. It's Americana. The post office is part of Americana. We don't want that to change. What's underlying this reading is the Page of Swords. The spy in the camp. The little sneakaboo. And I think this is the Joy in the post office, right? He's in there messing stuff up. This is also news. And yeah, we're hearing about this news every day, right? Especially those high capacity machines being removed from post offices. So, recent past, what we just came through, the Death card. The Death card. I think this was the slap in the face that we all got when we found out what's happening with the post office and Trump's lying about fraud around mail-in ballots, right? I think that whole scheme of his crapped out. And yes, this attorney general's in the post office causing some havoc, and I think there's going to be success there, but it's all known, and we're all fighting it as best we can. But we just came through an ending. Something did just end. And I think it's this scheme. Even though it's still in its process of occurring, it's known, and this is going to be, that's put to bed. It's going to be dead. What we're going to be moving into is the world. So again, it's that ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new, better cycle. So yes, something is dead and put to rest. Now we have something new beginning. So as far as this mail-in ballot process goes, I think that process too, the whole technicalities of how mail-in balloting works, is going to have to be changed, strengthened, made secure, so Mr. Emperor or any other future emperor can't ever do that again. I think there's going to be a new way to do mail-in balloting. I think we're going to have to come up with a foolproof process, something that us Americans can really count on. This is it's going to change and become something new, something more secure. I see like light at the end of this tunnel, like what's happening now with mail-in balloting. Unfortunately, I feel like they are going to have some success, creating, just some success in their voter suppression efforts, but that is going to create a new beginning in how we vote. All right. So how for the mail-in balloting system, what is the face of it? Strength. Strength. So obviously voting is one of the main strengths of the nation, of its people, and we need to have strength in protecting this right. If we don't vote, if voter suppression succeeds, that thwarts democracy. And we need every ounce of our strength to stop voter suppression. So in the environment, we have the Queen of Cups. So we have that emotional, sincere, loving sort of figure, that Queen of Cups coming in. Queen of Cups. Just feel this is, the environment just saying no. Everyone's getting really emotional about this. This is a very emotional card, right? We're all so on edge, so upset about this voter suppression and this messing around with these mail-in ballots. And there's a lot of states in the nation that have been doing mail-in balloting for a really long time. And I'm feeling these are some of those governors. These are some of those governors coming out and saying, no, this is done. This is not something that's fraudulent. This is something we've been doing successfully for a really long time. And off the top of my head, I'm thinking Governor Kate Brown in Oregon, for example. We've been doing this for decades. There's nothing wrong or fraudulent with this process. They're going to come defending. There's going to be some defenders, some emotional defenders for the ability to vote and not be oppressed. Hopes and fears, right? Eight of Swords. Of course, if the fear is restriction, that blindfold. This is the fear basically that ballots are going to be stolen, they're going to be misplaced, people's votes aren't going to count, and that the post office is being bound, and these are our fears. The repercussions of voter suppression, that we don't get our voice. We don't get our vote, and we don't get our voice. And the outcome, the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, the outcome. So, that's a very good outcome card. This signifies joy and happiness. So I think the outcome of this is that we're going to come out of this stronger and better, because we're going to have to fix our balloting process, our mail-in voting process. We're going to have to make it secure and make sure that every vote is tracked, every vote is counted, everybody's vote counts. This is something that America's not been great at for a really long time, right? We've been fussing about those electronic voting machines and fallen chads and what have you. We've got a new beginning to get this right, and getting it right is going to bring us all joy and peace, right, and happiness. We're going to feel like our vote was counted. We're going to feel fulfilled and be satisfied. So, but I can't shake the feeling though that you can just already see the post office. I don't know. I'm basically thinking about when election day comes and everybody's voting and everyone's sending in their mail-in ballots. Let's just part of it, making sure everyone gets their ballots and then they get returned. Then it goes to, the county election, people who do the counting. And that's where things start getting lost and misplaced. Lost and misplaced. So I think that would be worth taking a really quick look at. The counters, the vote counters in the counties, where all the ballots go, where all the ballots reach their destinations. Will all the ballots be returned properly and be counted? I'm just going to do a quick little 3-card spread. Just want to see. Will all the ballots be properly accounted for? All the ballots be properly accounted for. So counting those ballots, making sure they're all accounted for, that's going to be a burden. That's going to be a hard burden to bear. And we watch it on the news every election. Boxes and boxes of ballots. The counting is hard. The accuracy is hard. The shenanigans are going to be going on. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a heavy burden. What is the energy that's challenging this? It's making it such a heavy burden. There's a balancing act. This is a balancing act. Juggling. Yeah. So I think they're going to be juggling. Just one moment. Okay. They're going to be, I think this is juggling all the post office shenanigans, right? Juggling just the voluminous number of ballots they're going to be receiving, juggling all these politicians and they're fussing and getting their fingers and stuff. I think there's going to be a lot of juggling going on between a lot of different factors, and that is creating a lot of burdens on getting this done. But the outcome, Ace of Pentacles. The outcome is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a new opportunity, a new beginning when it comes to our resources, our foundations, our, all those earthly things that support us. So, it's a positive card. It's a new beginning. Yes, I think they'll pull through. And, nothing's going to be 100% accurate, but for all intents and purposes, this looks like they will be successful in having an above board count of those ballots. They're just going to have to, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, and they're going to have a lot of opponents to deal with. All right, everybody, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to be back with you very soon, and we'll do some more tarot. So signing off. Have a great day, everybody.